She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen, a black queen.
Hi guys, welcome back to Love Life After. I'm Christelle.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Olivia. And today we have a guest. Her name is Brittany Valentine. Brittany, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, yes, my name is Brittany Valentine. I'm owner of Sacred Lotus Wellness Bar for Yoni Steaming, bee steams is what they're calling it now.
Okay, we're excited for you to be here. So what's been going on with everybody this week?
This week, I actually had a couple orders. I've been selling herbs for women to Yoni steam at home, which is great. So I've been busy doing that.
Okay.
I've just been working, even though I didn't have a full work week because we was off Monday and Tuesday. Then I did a half day Wednesday, and then worked Thursday, Friday, and just been working at home.
Thursday and Friday?
Yep.
What's been going on with you?
Nothing worth talking about.
Must not be a good sign. Okay, so we're very, very, very excited because we've been wanting to get her here for a while now, and she's finally here, and we're going to talk about some, good feminine health issues today that we feel like needs to be addressed. And so we're really excited to have Brittany down here so we could talk about some, just good old feminine health. So yeah, Brittany, do you want to tell us what, I guess we could start with what you do?
Yeah, so this is actually my seed with that chunky baby in there. And I was on birth control for a very long time, and I was like, man, it was easier for me to get pregnant when I was younger, And so I took myself off birth control, and I started looking up different natural remedies and got into you don't know that herbs are basically medicine, and you can use these herbs to cater to different things, not even just vaginally, but you can take medicine, you can use different herbs for headaches, there's different things that they do. So once I got into that and I started learning the different benefits of different herbs, and then I found out that there is this school called Yoni Steam Institute. And I went to Atlanta, which is big because it was, I don't know if y'all remember, it was this big thing, like maybe last year on Love and Hip Hop when they was Yoni steaming. And that's when it kind of started really coming out, mainstream, because they were seeing more celebrities do it. And so I went to Atlanta and I went to the Yoni Steam Institute. It's an accredited institution where the lady, her name is Ifatuke. She's originally from Africa, and she's been doing Yoni steaming professionally for a very long time. But Yoni Steam Institute has been up and running for about 10 years now. And it was liberating because there were other women that were there who were looking to not just benefit professionally, but also from a personal standpoint, Yoni steaming. And so we got to connect with all the women individually, and a lot of the women were there because they had experienced, miscarriages, or had cysts and fibroids on their uterus, or, just different pH balance off. So it was fun. I got certified, came back to Greensboro, and I was like, I can really make some money doing this. There was not anybody that I knew of local in my area that was doing it, and the women that are doing it don't really know the benefits of what it is that they are doing, and I don't really think that they know the different herbs that they can use. Like with me, I have over 70 herbs. So when my client comes in, I can actually cater to her individual needs because, no room is the same.
Right.
And every woman has an individual need. So, they pick their herbs and they steam for about 45 minutes. A lot of women go to sleep because it's really,
it's
really
relaxing.
Hold on, they go to sleep while sitting?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can prop yourself up and lean up against the wall, but most of my clients, they fall asleep on the stool, and by the time it's up, they're like, wow, So it definitely works because I've conceived doing it, so it works.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how I got pregnant with Zenith, so it works.
Maybe I don't need to do that.
Well, you would just cater like whatever you want to focus on, So you don't want to focus on fertility. And granted, a lot of the herbs are what we call like sister herbs, like what helps with the headache might also help with hemorrhoids. That's just how they work. But you can just focus on, like I call it, the sex pot. So there's herbs in there that promote cervical mucus in the vagina, so it helps make you wetter. You can use alum, which helps make you tighter, like all these different herbs that cater to, intimacy. So you don't necessarily, but yoni steaming in general will make you a little bit more fertile, So, but yeah, I'm excited. It's been good. I just want us, it was made for us, by us. So, it was made for us, by us. That's what I like to say because it was originated in Cairo, Egypt. So, I just want a lot of us, meaning, Black women, to really get back into holistic practices because, it's just healthier, it's better, and it's hard to trust. We call them white coats doctors. Their gentrification is real. So
Right. I agree.
yeah.
Well, we're very excited that you're here, and we can't wait to talk about, more into it as we go on today.
Excited.
So yeah, today, like our topic today is feminine health, just in general with, our health wise, and just, different things that goes on with our bodies and our life. So what do y'all think of when y'all think of feminine health? Like, what is it?
It's also mental too.
Mm-hmm.
I think we as women, we give so much that we forget to give to ourselves.
Right.
So when I think of feminine health, I think mental health should come first. Because without our mind, we are not the same. I think we forget that too.
Yeah, because it's funny because they're both like, even though they're not physically next to one another, they're so connected.
Right.
Because if your mind isn't there, then it fills off your whole body and chemistry and pH and everything.
Right.
That's true.
Yep. I mean, I feel like feminine health, mental is definitely one. Is the first thing. That's the most important. And I look at feminine health as well as your diet, like what you eat and what you consume. Because when they say you are what you eat, I really, really believe that.
Definitely.
So, just try to like eat healthier, like hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like when women have their menses, like using the correct products. I know a lot of women, they buy what's cheap. They buy like what's advertised the most. Just because it's advertised and it's cheap don't mean it's good for your body. Like, I try to use organic tampons and pads and panty liners and stuff like that. And to be honest, like for a long time I didn't, because I didn't know anything about it. But once I started researching and looking like, oh, so this is a thing. Like, once I educated myself, that's when I started, investing in those products. Because I mean, when I was a little girl, I got my period when I was like 13. I would use like always and stuff like that, and I'll notice that it would be irritating against my skin.
And your cramps are worse.
Right.
You try to figure out you taking pampering and it's not working because of what's inside of you or the chemicals that are in the lining of the pad.
Right. But a lot of women, they don't really know. They're not educated, so.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that they should incorporate in the sexual education classes because, like you said, I had the same experiences like growing up, but at the same time, I didn't know who to talk to or, if it was normal or whatever. But now I see that it was the chemicals and the products.
With the class thing, I mean, how can they, if they don't know anything about their health, how can they take care of themselves? You know what I mean? Like, so I guess with a class, I think that's important for them to start doing, even in school, because I know they start talking about sex in the 5th grade. Right.
Sex is, I want to say 5th, maybe even, 5th or 6th grade.
I think it was 5th grade. I remember my daughter coming home and asking what sex was after they had talked about it. So I just kind of sugarcoated. I said, you're male or female.
And instead of like focusing on like, I wouldn't say sex is a negative, but that's something that kids should not be knowing or introduced to.
I mean, sometimes,
they need to understand how it actually works.
I mean, in a way now, I feel like they should know because kids are getting pregnant at 12.
Very true, because they don't know.
Right.
What they're doing. But I think it all depends on the environment of the child. Like, if your kid is watching videos and BET and all this stuff that's sexual stuff that's available for them to see, then they're going to be a little bit more interested in sex in the 5th grade versus a little girl who's still playing with dolls or outside playing with the other little girls or not so much into society and what. So I think it has a lot to do with the environment and the upbringing of your children. I do think that you need to, like today, because, this whole R. Kelly ordeal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, I mean, like literally just today I was talking to the girls, like, you know what to do if anybody touches you. And, I think it's important to address those issues with little girls. Yes, even my youngest, she's 5, so like even at 5, I'm like, hey, because people are sick and you just don't know.
Yeah, I think we need to start teaching them early.
Yeah.
I talk to the boys about that stuff too. I'm like, let me know if anybody ever try to do anything or touch you inappropriately or anything like that. Like, I talk to them about that too.
I think it's okay to talk about sex. It's just the wording that you use. It has to be worded properly.
Yep. Yeah, and I think,
It's
just scary. I just thought about it then. Really?
Yeah, it is scary, but I mean, it's reality.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, all we could do is teach them and hope, they listen and learn.
Right.
Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah, anyway, so, okay, so I saw this online and it said healthy vagina contain many different types of bacteria. And I was like talking to one of my clients about it, and she was like, "No, it doesn't." I said, "Yes, it does." I was like, "Yes, it does." She was like, "Well, I mean, she said, well, yeah, exactly, good and bad.
Right.
And she was like, no, it's just, you know, there's some good ones. The only bad ones are when we have UTIs. And I was like, hold on, I really want you to like think about what you just said.
Right.
It's an older woman.
She's 38.
She should know better, but okay. Does she have
Well,
children?
you would be,
She has
you would be
she has 5 kids.
She's an expert at this point. Well,
Yeah,
not,
but
she
she doesn't think, you know, because I was just like, okay, I was talking to her and I was like, yeah, we're doing our podcast this week and this is what we're going to talk about. And then, you know, I started reading it. She said, no, it doesn't.
She probably douches on a regular basis.
right.
Most people that think that douche on a regular basis. They think
And
they
that's not
flushing out
healthy.
bad bacteria when they do it.
Yeah, that's not healthy. Yeah, but I think her and
They gonna flush it out.
I think we went on like about 30 minutes just talking about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put this on my podcast. No, I'm so serious.
A lot of women don't know douching is not the thing
No,
to
it's not
do.
healthy.
No.
Right.
They need
But
to
they
be
don't
doing
know
something.
that.
No.
And the women that douche will argue you up and down about why it is okay for them to douche. So I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, well, just let it go back up there then, because that's all you're doing is just pushing everything right on back
in there.
up, real far up there.
That's crazy.
So here's another one. So they say when the vagina of an adult is healthy, it contains many types of harmless bacteria. Like you said, either good or bad ones. So I mean, they're all like really, you know, maybe one day we'll go more deep into like the good and the bad. And I want people to start looking it up. Like it's very, very important. Just look up what's going on with your body. Look, you know, if something's going on, go to a doctor, check it out. Go to your gynecologist and take, you know, different tests and find out, because obviously my client, she know who she is. We talked about it for like more than 30 minutes and I was like, I finally got her to understand. I said, just please look it up. Just go ahead and look it up.
Tell her to look at yogurt. I mean, yogurt
Has active cultures.
Yeah.
Right.
And for people that don't know, when they see active cultures, it scares the crap out of them. And they're like, I ain't eating that.
Yeah, that's
But you need it.
you need
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Or you could take probiotic capsules. That's what I take. I take that, and I eat yogurt too. But you know, you need that. You need that to help with your gut bacteria and stuff like that. It's help. It help with your digestive and stuff too. Like that helps with everything. But you know, people don't be knowing, so you don't know.
All right, so do you guys think Black women's health is different than Caucasians?
I think so.
You
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that I think it's just things that we experience, maybe even genetically, that white women just don't have. You know, well, it's something that only Black women get.
Is it?
Sickle cell.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like,
or like the BRCA1 gene for like breast cancer.
Yeah, like I mean, so I think so. I think like we just have it genetically. We're just out for it. That's why it's so important for us to be more knowledgeable about what we're ingesting, what down to like the lotion we use on our skin, like because we are just more prone to things.
I noticed too, like a lot of white women, like which Black women we probably don't endure, they have a lot of skin cancer. That's one thing I would say. Black women, we probably don't run into that issue, but a lot of women in like mid 30s to their 50s, they be having skin cancer. I know that's one thing we don't have an issue with. And like aging, I think Black people don't really have an issue with that.
Right.
Right. And then I just feel like even like with doctors and stuff like that, I feel like they'll probably listen to a Caucasian woman before they listen to us. Like if I'm saying, oh, like I went to the doctor, my symptoms and stuff. Like, I went to the doctor like last year. This is when I first started working out in the gym. And I don't really get sick like that, but I was like aching, my chest was hurting. I was like, this shit ain't right. Let me go to the doctor. And I was like, well, I'm having chest pains, like I'm aching, I don't know what's going on, whatever. So I don't think it's anything. Like she went like this to me. She was like, oh, you're fine, honey, you're fine. I was like, no, can I get an EKG to make sure that my heart and stuff is good? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to like push forth the issue because she was trying to dismiss it. So I feel like if I was white, she probably would have went above and beyond. And I mean, I feel like sometimes too, like with black people, a lot of black people on Medicaid and stuff like that. I feel like
because of the insurance.
Yeah, like the insurance you have, I feel like that play a big impact as well. So yeah, I know it was a couple of instances. I think Serena Williams, she had that issue where she was having complications during childbirth, and they were trying to dismiss it. Like the judge, I forgot her name. The judge, Judge Hatchett, her son, like her basically her daughter-in-law died because her husband was like, "Yo, something isn't right. We need to go get a sonogram or a MRI, something like that, to check to see what's going on with my wife." And he said it took them hours, like she was bleeding internally, and by the time they took her back, she died. And they basically told him like, "Well, sorry, sir, your wife isn't a priority right now." Like she lost her life because of that, because they wasn't listening to her. Like I feel like that is messed up. I feel like if she was white, that wouldn't happen.
You heard about it?
No.
Yeah, Judge Hassett, I feel like she's going to bring awareness because I love Judge Hassett. Like I love her court show. Yeah. But I feel like she's gonna bring awareness to other black women, because a lot of black women don't even know that they're being mistreated. I don't even know if I want to use the terminology mistreated, but in a sense
it is.
We are.
Yeah.
You know, but because it's something that has been done to us for so long, like we don't know that Sally, when she get on the waiting list for a heart or a liver or like Sally might get it before LaQuisha. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it's sad, but that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until recently, because I had two doctors in two separate cities when I was pregnant with my oldest. And the doctor that treated me at school was more dismissive. They were dismissive of everything. The doctor that treated me when I would go home would go as far as to get dressed, come in my office and sit down.
Right.
And so he would sit down and he would say, what's going on with you? How's school? How do you feel? XYZ, like a whole full-blown therapy session. So it's like the treatment was night and day, but believe it or not, it was the white doctor that sat down and did a therapy session. The black doctor was the one dismissing me. Well, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine, or whatever. They even misdiagnosed me. I had to go to the emergency room and I had a reaction to what's that soap? That extra soap, Dial soap, and it broke me out in blisters. Like I had to soak everything. And they told me, they said, well, your hormones are different when you're pregnant, so that's why you had a reaction. Well, the doctors told me I had herpes.
Oh my God.
So I went to the regular doctor, and the regular doctor said, she's like, they said you had what? I said, they said I had herpes. She said, if you had herpes, it wouldn't have cleared up over the weekend. She said, I must, do whatever I need to do, and we're going to test you. And she tested me, and it was nothing.
You could have sued them.
I didn't know. I was in college then. I was in college.
That's a good lawsuit too.
Yeah.
You got 7
Nice
years.
Wow. But they didn't care. All they saw was this black college student.
Right.
She got pregnant in college or whatever. She in here, she burning, she itching, she crying. Oh, it's
she got herpes.
Yeah.
It is sad because I was gonna say like maybe the solution would be to have more black doctors that we could relate to, but you just said it was a black doctor that automatically made that assumption.
Well, he was a male. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but he was a black male doctor. So I don't know if
That's crazy.
Speaking of that, I just found a black doctor that I really love.
And I will be going to her on my birthday.
Her name is Dr. McLawhorn. Y'all go see her. She's the best that I've seen so far.
Gynecologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, my doctor, she Indian.
That's who I had before when I was having all my issues.
Yeah, that's the one I have happened to put. I'm like, she like, well, because I kind of want to get over birth control, but I don't because I don't want to have no more kids. But I did ask her to prescribe me a lower dosage hormone birth control. And this lady tried to argue me down. Well, it's gonna help, but I don't know. It's argumentative, and basically she gonna tell me, well, it's more expensive. I don't care if it's more expensive for y'all. You need to send my prescription in. This is what I'm asking you. This is what I'm telling you. My birth control be having me moody as heck. I be feeling depressed some days. Like, I really don't want to be on it, but I really don't want to have no more babies, and I really don't want to get a tubal ligation because it's invasive.
Well, what about a vasectomy? He ain't gonna do it? I'm trying to get my husband to do it too. He respect me the same way.
I tried. We talk about that, but my husband is not with it. Like, he's not with it. Like, and I know it sucks.
Pull out.
That don't always work.
Doesn't always.
That do not. You could get pregnant off of pre-cum. Okay.
Yeah, I know you can, but I mean,
But chances,
I just refuse to take birth control.
I'm with you. I can't.
I know. I want to get, and I think that's where a lot of my weight gain came from. Because when I had the boys, I was in a marina for 5 years, and I blew up. When I got married, in my wedding pictures, I was mad as hell. I'm like, why nobody didn't tell me I was this fat? Like, I was big. Like, I was fat. I was big. No, I was big.
It's compared to before when you was pregnant. You were smaller, but you had kids, right?
And you had 2 babies in you.
Listen, I was 198 when I was pregnant with my kids. After I had them, 5 years later, I was still the same size. What do you mean? Like,
You had just had babies.
5 years later.
Yeah, you had just had babies.
no excuse. I wish somebody would tell me, and I would have been working on this health kit a long time ago. But yeah. But yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this big thing. Also, wait, before you even get on that, talk about proper cleansing. Because a lot of women, and I had to learn, like I said, the hard way, that all soaps don't need to go down there.
Yeah.
And some women still don't know that. Like,
Oh, natural. I use natural soap.
I actually have just recently gotten to, because my daughter is becoming a kidpreneur. So I'm branding her, and she's come up with handmade soap. And her name is Zoe, so we call it Zopes, which is
cute.
awesome, yeah. But when I was like getting her stuff together, I'm like, well, maybe I need to come up with, a yoni wash. So I have come up with a all natural yoni wash. It's literally like stuff that you have in your cabinets, in your kitchen, and I mean, it can help with discoloration of your, your labia, and balancing your pH, and there's no chemicals, it's literally like household products. A lot of women are trying to figure out, like, it's not a fishy smell, but it doesn't smell fresh. It's the soaps that you're using that are imbalancing your pH, and that is why you have that weird smell,
And the dyes and the washcloths, if you use.
I only use white. I don't use
yeah.
colored washcloths. Like when my kids are, I don't care. Bloody Mary and all.
Oh, we went passing out to the homeless.
Yeah,
They did not want white.
Really?
People don't want to see the truth.
They were like, "Can I get the other colors?" I was
I like washing with white wash because I want to see how dirty I am.
Yeah, that's all.
Right, me too. I was like, Can I get the blue one? No, we had a whole bunch of white left because they didn't want the white ones.
I believe
They know. Oh,
I believe it too.
I mean, but think about it. They don't want to see that.
Right.
Yeah,
I do.
but how are
I
they
wanna
going to
see.
wash keep their white? Yeah, keep it real white.
that too. I thought it was funny.
I like using whitewash books. So, do you think that like the feminine washes that's out like Summer's Eve and stuff like that is that good to use? Like what is so for females that do use that, like, 'cause a lot of women use Summer's Eve faithfully, and now they coming out with
Read the back of the bottle.
They got that sodium lauryl sulfate.
Bottle. It's stuff on the back of that bottle that you wouldn't even be able to pronounce. And I was just talking to my husband today, and I was looking at something. I think it might have been bio oil, because I'm a herbalist, so I practice in herbal activities, and I have discoloration on my lip, and so I've been trying to figure out, some ways to get my lips back to a natural look. So I was reading this bio oil, and I mean, like, the chemicals in this oil, like, I couldn't say, it was only like 3 things on there I could pronounce. And I'm putting it on my lip, which goes in my mouth.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just like, but then I looked, you can make sugar scrub with sugar, honey, and lemon.
Yep.
And it does the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Put a little bit of turmeric. Turmeric will help.
Yeah. So, I mean, you really, as an individual, you have to just want it for yourself and research it, and not just say, well, I'm going to use this or I'm going to buy this because you see it on TV or your friend used it and it works, Yeah,
because I noticed like Summer's Eve, they got like the regular, the regular wash, and they got like a little foam pump wash. I feel like they trying to make it look more natural with less ingredients. I'm like, okay, they tripping. And then they got refresh with a little pH to help with your pH. Vagisil. Now they coming out. They got another thing which I honestly, because I used to use these products. Like it's another product called Sweet Pea or Sweet Pot or something like that. It's supposed to be like a natural thing. You can use it as a body wash and a feminine wash. And I'm not gonna lie, I was using the product because I'm like, oh, okay, this say that it's natural. Don't have no glycerin. Oh, okay. Like, but then I was like,
I feel like if it's on the shelf in the store, it ain't nothing natural about it.
Right. Well, it didn't say it was 100%. It was like 96% natural and this and that. But now just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna like rinse and wash with water because I mean that's the best thing. Like, it's the best thing that you could do. And, some baking soda. It's the best thing that you could do because like I got really sensitive skin, so it's like I can't be putting all that stuff down there. Like it's not
my
healthy.
father's friend, cousin, he's a doctor, and he was telling. I wasn't in the conversation, but I overheard him telling my mother about rinsing with just hot water. Like, that's all y'all women, he's a woman doctor. He was like, just rinse with hot water. That's all y'all need. Don't be putting all that. And I was dying. I said, why are you telling my mother that? I thought it was funny.
So I wonder why do those companies like Summer's Eve and Vagisil put all those extra chemicals in it?
They're trying to kill us.
Even Johnson & Johnson is being sued.
Are they trying to preserve the product to make it last longer on the shelf?
I feel like
that and kill people.
Yeah, they have like
lessen the population.
When they make these products, I feel like they have a target.
The government listen.
Yeah, and no, seriously, and they know how to, down to like the labeling or the packaging. Like sometimes on stuff you'll see a nice happy family and they'll be all white, and then sometimes you'll see a family and they're all black. If we're going in the store, what you gonna do? Buy the one with the black people on it, right? Right, regardless of if it's Johnson & Johnson or Summer's Eve or whoever else these other people may be. They're feeling like it's relatable to them based on how the product looks, and that's really all it is and what sells to them, and that's sad.
But that ties into diaper rash. The diapers that we use on babies. That's why they get diaper rash. The prenatal vitamins that they prescribe half the time, and all these kids, all of a sudden, everybody got eczema. Back in the day, there wasn't a whole lot of eczema. But now, all of a sudden, everybody's child got eczema, or every other adult is like, well, all of a sudden, I got eczema. I ain't never had eczema before. It's all in everything that they putting in everything.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to find me an all natural laundry detergent.
Make it yourself.
yeah,
I used to make mine.
Like borax or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that because right now I try to use Arm & Hammer free and clear without the additional scents and detergents and all that type of stuff. But you know, I got boys, they play sports, so their clothes be stinking. Like, you know, so like I gotta add in some like little detergent, little boosters and stuff like that to make it at least smell good. But yeah, that's what I'm working on now. I heard of one, I forgot the name of it. Of a natural detergent. I'll have to get back to y'all with the name, but this lady said she used a natural detergent and it lasts a really long time and it smells really good and it's like really natural. So I'm just trying to like be as natural as possible. Like even like with my household cleaning products. Like I mean, I have Clorox because I like to use Clorox to wipe my clothes and clean pissy toilets. Because like I said, I have two boys. But I like to use like natural lemongrass cleaners or like even lavender. Like even down to the hand soap. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we have sensitive skin in my house, so like, I'm just trying to like weed out all that extra additive stuff, even to washing my dishes. I'm trying to do free and clear everything, nothing with no extra chemicals or anything. Because like you think about it, you cleaning with that stuff, you inhaling it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you breathing that stuff in, inhaling it, like it's in your house, in your air. Like you know, so it's like just trying to like really, 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 really get down to the health kick and do everything, not just what I put in my body, but what's surrounded by me too.
Yeah.
So you can definitely do your own. One of my friends had lupus, and she didn't have health insurance, so she couldn't afford to keep going to the doctor. And she said it wasn't helping her anyway because she was having outbreaks. So she changed how she ate, and she actually started studying what was in the medicines. And like if you went in her closet, she had like a chemistry lab of different herbs and stuff, and she's like, well, I have to let this sit for X amount of months so it can do whatever it needs to do, and then I just take a drop of that and a drop of this, and then she made her own soap and lotions and laundry detergent and her own everything. And she went, I mean, last time I talked to her was a few years ago, but she didn't have an outbreak after she started doing that. Because she was like, the medicine that they were giving her, along with stress that she was under, was doing it, and it kind of like became therapeutic, I guess, for her to make her own stuff.
Yeah. That is. That's what's up though. Like people like, but I wish the community would have been on this years ago. Like years ago.
People were, but people weren't listening.
That or that, and they probably didn't think people would believe them. So just like smoking marijuana, like that be helping people. Like it be really helping people. Like these children that be having all these diseases and stuff like that. If you get them marijuana drops, it helps. Like it really helps. Like I can't really remember the because I seen it online. This kid was having like outbursts or seizures. It was something like that, and they parents basically because it wasn't legal the state that they was in, so they had to go to Denver, and I think they got him like the mouth drops or like the nasal drops or something like that, and it's like, see, as soon as they gave it to him, he immediately stopped having seizures and he was back to normal.
Well, see, the thing is too that we also have to understand that it is medicinal marijuana. So like it's not the weed that you're getting from Ray. It's medicinal marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So there are benefits in marijuana because it's an all natural herb. But it has to be in its most natural state. And by the time we get it in the hood, that's not the case. It's not, you know, so. But yeah, I'm an herbalist, so I definitely agree with that, and I do know that there are natural benefits in medical marijuana. You know, you just gotta get it medically.
Not on the street.
Not from Ray.
So about the V steaming, I've been hearing about it for a while. I've actually done a Yoni steaming before. This was like last year.
Oh, okay.
I forgot the mixture that I did, but I think I did it with herbs that help with menstruation cramps.
Okay.
Like stress or something else. I can't really remember because it was a while ago. But explain why it's important, why women should do it.
So, well, I personally think that you need to steam at least once a month, either before or after your period. You can do it twice before and after your cycle, just not during. And I mean, what we were saying earlier about the products that we use during menstruation, all of those things come into play. And so if you're not as knowledgeable of the products that you're using, the least you can do is steam vaginally, because you can cater to any vaginal need that you have based on the herb that you use. Like she was saying with the curing of the oils and letting them sit, and all of them have different vaginal needs. You just pick and cater to yours individually.
Okay.
So how does it work? I know you mix up the oils, you get it hot.
Yeah, so I have 4 handmade stools, and the top comes off and the side of the door opens, and you basically there's a hot plate in there. You heat up boiled water, add your herbs, let your herbs steep like tea, and then sit. I have a stool so you can sit. If you don't have a stool, some women use like a big Pyrex bowl and squat over the bowl, completely covering their bottom half if they are at home. And some women are sitting on the toilet, which I don't recommend. I think that is not the most sanitary thing in the world. But they're also getting, like porta potty top lids. They take that and sit it on a bucket, maybe sit in the living room with it that way, or even sit on the porta potty if you have one of those. But just squat, cover your lower half. It may be a little uncomfortable, but the benefits are worth it. And once you squat, if you're squatting, I'd say about 30 minutes, because it's going to be uncomfortable. 15 to 30 minutes. If you have a stool, you can sit the whole hour till the water cools off completely. But it is one of the most refreshing and rejuvenating things that you can do for your vagina.
I just picture me doing it at home, trying to prop myself up, the pot slide
I
underneath
know.
me burning my lips because it's too hot.
Which is why I created a place for people to come, because everybody don't have the patience, time, and energy to try to figure out the best way to steam their vagina. And they may want the benefits, but like you said, they scared, and might not do it right, or whatever, so that's why I wanted to have a place for women to come, that's clean, relaxing, where they can yoni steam. And I've just recently gotten to traveling with it and offering, mobile steam parties for women in the privacy of their home, because some women aren't comfortable. Like, it's already sketch because they don't know about it, and then they're coming out of their element to my shop, and it just goes better sometimes inside of their home because they feel more comfortable. So that's been a good look too. But I don't care how you steam. I come to you, you come to me, as long as you steaming.
So after you steam, what do you do? Just put your underwear on?
Yeah, you should. I suggest that you lay down, wrap yourself up, so that the herbs can continue to do their job. But yeah, that's it. Wrap yourself up, take a shower, lay down, relax. You're gonna be relaxed. Like, your body is in a very relaxed state when you're done steaming.
So with the herbs that help with lubrication, how long does it take to see results?
Well, I know. Okay, so let me tell you about my first steam. When I went to Atlanta and got my first steam, right? And I mean, a lot of women, we don't want to admit we have those type of issues. We kind of feel less of a woman, but reality is, the older we get, the drier it gets, and it's just no way around it. I know, especially with me, after I had my son, I'm just like, why is not? I'm like, I know, I want to be intimate with my husband, but it's just, but you can use some red clover. That is a great herb for vaginal dryness. And I mean, like I had used and created my first herbal blends, and I was intimate that night with my husband after my Yoni steam, and we was both like, what the hell? Like,
It ain't gonna be that way. But not if it's gonna be a little window.
like, I mean, I can't, it just feels different. And I even asked him, I was like, did it feel different to you? And he was like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, you can't explain
The feeling.
but
And you were probably more relaxed too.
yes,
Yeah.
everything
That's
was
a difference.
relaxed. Yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty amazing.
So it's okay to like have sex right after.
Oh yes, just go home.
You
and hop
recommend
right on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these Yoni pearls. So when I see Yoni pearls, I think it's something totally different.
So are you thinking of the detox pearls?
No, I'm thinking of the other pearls that they put in the other end that I don't know.
No, those are the anal beads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
No. So those are not the same thing.
No.
Okay.
So the Yoni pearls are actually they're inserted into the vagina like a tampon, and inside of the pearl is all natural herb in its natural state. And what happens is just make sure that whoever you get your pearls from, they are from a certified seller, because a lot of these side hustlers are selling stuff that is not safe. So I recommend goddessdetoxpearls.com. Goddess Detox Pearls, all her stuff is legit. You already scared when you putting something in your vagina, so you definitely want to make sure that what you're inserting in your vagina is, legit. So Goddess Detox Pearls. If you're interested, they're great. But so essentially inside of the little pearl is different herbs that are in an all natural state, and you put them inside you, and your body absorbs the benefits of the herbs. You pull it out, and in 2-3 days your vagina starts to purge. And
Do you sell it?
no, I don't. Not yet. I'm gonna get some. But out of the vagina, like people have past whole fibroids. I actually had somebody hit me up the other day because she had purchased some, and she was like, what in, like, she was like, do I need to go to the emergency room? Like, because it's the stuff that comes out. But
so it's kind of like a how do you say it?
Colonic for the vagina.
For your vagina.
Yeah. And I mean, it's scary because you can't.
Aren't you glad I asked now?
Yes. But a lot of women don't see it through, because I think you gotta do it like 2-3 times within. Like it's sold as a set, like or like a kit. So like you can, if you have a spouse and you want your spouse to do it, they have like tea that he can drink, and so you all would do it together, because you can't be intimate while you're purging,
Right.
And you can purge for up to like a week. That's the only offset of it, because
So you reuse the pearls?
no.
So
Once
use
you're
them
done,
okay.
That's why they're sold as a set. You might get like 3, and you will use one, purge, and then come back and do it again, and purge, and then your final, you should not have any. It should all be done.
So is this best to use these like when you at home and you ain't gotta go to work? Cause like
Well,
stuff.
I mean, I heard, yes, I would definitely wear a panty liner, because you're not gonna be able to control what comes out, and when it comes out, it's just gonna come.
That sounds dope though.
Yeah, I mean, because you're like, oh my God, this was inside. Yeah, a lot of women have like a lot of clear stuff, and they say it's the ejaculation of the previous partners, or yeah. So it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty intense. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some of these.
So can anyone do it?
Yeah, anybody can do it.
What if they have the IUD? Because I was reading.
Well, with the yoni steams, I don't suggest steaming with the IUD, only because, well, let me say this. It hasn't been said like, no, don't steam with an IUD, but in the event that you do, this may happen. And me as a business owner am not willing to take those type of risks.
Right.
So once I explain this to the individual, if they still want to steam, they have to sign the waiver, because there have been instances where the IUD may shift, or the steam can cause it to kind of deteriorate, or so. Those are very small instances, but in that event, I can't be liable. So you must sign this waiver.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So what about the menstrual cups?
So I've never tried that, but I want to.
I've talked to people that have, because I was debating on it, and everybody that I talked to, they love it.
Really?
I've tried it. It's called the soft cup. I haven't tried the diva cup. I know the diva cup is one, but to me, I think it's messy as hell. I ain't got time. Like, if I'm at work, like, say if I'm home and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind doing it, but I'm at work.
On the go?
Nah.
You're scared it's going to be a little messy?
Yeah, like, I just...
Maybe it's better for at home at night.
I think it's better for at home. And I know a lot of women, when I was researching, a lot of women like to use it when they want to have sex with their partner, because you can, like.
So
I thought the cup is a cup. It don't sit like a jockstrap cup type.
No, well, I think a different one. It's a ring, but it's a ring that you squeeze and you insert it, so you can have sex with it in. I've never done it because I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable
I'm
with
the
it.
most unluckiest person with stuff getting stuck in me. I'm not.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool if you at home and all of that, and I don't know. But then I was also looking on something. I think it's called Sheep Thinks or something like that. It's like these new underwear where it's
Oh yeah,
I've seen those. That's like taking it back to the slave days when they ain't have pants.
they are underwear that are designed to use when you on your
Yeah,
period.
and you just throw the whole drawers away. Are you throwing away or you don't? You don't keep it. You can wash.
I don't know.
I would do.
I just think about blood clots.
Right, I don't know.
It just reminds me of being in the hospital and those pins they give you in the hospital.
Yeah, after you had a baby, right?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but I know it got like 3 different type of linings, like a cotton lining, a micro antibacterial lining, and I guess another lining to help so it won't seep through. They look like regular underwear. The underwear is actually really cute, but I don't know if I could do that.
I would be worried about the smell.
Yeah, it's supposed to have all of them protective layers. It's supposed to protect from leaking, smelling, and all this type of stuff, but I gotta find it.
With the smell situation, when I started using the Cherish pad, the difference then was I was eating like I was supposed to. Right. So I was just doing fruit, vegetables, drinking water, and everything. But I didn't have an issue with smell. I didn't have an issue with discoloration. I didn't have an issue with it being heavy. I didn't have an issue with cramps. None of that. But as soon as I started eating different, I noticed a huge change.
Well, see, I haven't had a cycle since my son. I did my whole 6-week thing, and at first I was scared because I'm like, oh my God, am I pregnant? And the doctor was like, no, when you're breastfeeding, the hormones and knocks you. I'm like, oh, come on, baby, But now I'm thinking like, dang, that first period is going to be something serious.
It's not too bad. Well, I mean, it depends on the person now. It ain't too bad. Because I know when I didn't pump the way I was supposed to, mine kind of eased on. So I hurried up and started back, and it went right off. But it wasn't too bad when it finally came on.
So I found it, right? It's she, THINK, she, THINX.com, sorry. So it's she think, like with an X. So you can actually like they reusable, they washable, reusable undies. So basically, it's 4-layer technology for ultimate protection. The first layer is moisture wicking cotton. And then they have a odor trapping lining that neutralizes odors and fights the growth of bad bacteria. The third layer is super absorbent fabric, hold up to 2 regular tampons worth. You will never feel too moist. The fourth layer is leak resistant barrier, so you stay fresh and dry even when you feel blah and crampy.
Okay, so who want to be the guinea pig? How about you yourself be the guinea pig for those draws?
Like, I mean, to be honest, I would try it, but I would try it like when I'm at home and in the comfort of my home. I don't think I would wear these out though. Like, oh, I'm going to work. I put on my sheet.
I think you should try and report back to us.
I might. I mean,
different
yeah, they do. Like, I mean,
thing is, well, I guess you would soak them and then wash them because I was going to just throw it in my washing machine.
no.
I'm getting sick of this.
And it says free shipping on first order with account, 60-day money back guarantee, free, no hassle returns. And they got boy shorts. These are actually
some nice period pants.
I'm cool with the cup because I can throw it away, but I don't know about having to wash and reuse and.
Yeah, I mean, it's sound interesting. It sound interesting.
All natural, you might as well go back in the day, they had to hand wash them bad boys and put them right back on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this would be good. Like, if you have like a heavy flow and stuff like that, I mean, it won't be ideal. But if you have a light cycle, I feel like these will work.
Yeah, light cycle, maybe for like working out or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm plugging it with a cotton tampon.
Okay, so is it true that steaming allegedly relieves stress, depression, and
All
I think that's true too.
Hemorrhoids, infections, infertility, balances your hormones, all that. So, like I was saying, with different herbs, you just use to cater to different things. So, like with stress, you know, you can use lavender and chamomile. Those are herbs that, I mean, think about it. When you smell lavender, what do you know? It's like a breath of fresh air. It relaxes you. For your hemorrhoids, you can use butcher's broom. It's a good hemorrhoidal herb. For headaches, peppermint. I love peppermint. I mean, down to like peppermint oil. If you have a headache, you can take it and just rub it on your and you know, so like all these different herbs, they really do cater to all these things that we take pills for every day. You just have to believe in them, for one, like, because a lot of people, they don't have any belief in, you know, and they're just like, oh, that don't work.
Or they try it once and they're
try it again, you know, like, don't believe that it's gonna work. And if that doesn't work, then maybe that herb or that oil doesn't, like, we all have our own natural oils in our skin. So sometimes different herbs and oils that you use don't mix with your body. So, you know, you don't stop at one herb. Like, look to see what's similar to that one, because there's always something that's similar to one herb. If you can't get your hands on it, try something else.
At one point, from this lady, I don't even know how to pronounce her name, but her name is Maat, Mott's Spring something, but she has a company called Fem Magic, and she makes all the vaginal cleansing or whatever, and I bought some Vag Elixir from her, and it's supposed to help with any type of infections, bacteria, anything like that. I used it once, and it's like, how can I say it? Freshness coming out of your vagina. Like, cause she puts like whatever herbs, it's something wort, rosemary, basil, all of that stuff is in there, and I think a little bit of lavender. But you put it in yourself with however you put it in there. I froze mine and inserted it. But as it comes out, it's like you can try. I say froze. It hardened, but once I touched it, it immediately started to melt real quick.
So she probably used like a wax or something to hold everything together.
Yeah, so I used it, and I mean, it did whatever it did. Like, yeah, and it smells so good. Yeah, she even makes like feminine wash. It's called coochie wash. And she sells it together now or whatever. But I like her stuff.
And what's it called?
Fem Magic, FEM magic.com is her website. I found her on Facebook because she's very she's real natural. She's always half naked or whatever because she's at one with herself. But like people follow her. She do the Yoni eggs and all of that. And I checked out all her reviews first, of course. And everybody, like ladies that were having issues with yeast infections and stuff, they said that, they would do what the doctor said, but it wouldn't help. And they started using her stuff and they didn't have no issues after they used it. Because everything, of course, is all natural.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of the Yoni eggs, like how does that actually work?
Yoni eggs.
Because I heard
tell.
I don't really know how to work it.
So the larger they are, you start with the larger one and you work your way down. A lot of people don't know that. They see the smaller one, they're like, "Oh, that's cute. I want that one." Right, but
It's cute. Yeah,
you gotta think about it. It's this big, right, and it's in your vaginal cavity, so you're having to squeeze to hold it. Right. So I mean, you cough the wrong way and it's boop on the floor. So you literally have to hold it in the whole time.
So wait, so you put it in and you like clench it?
Like
You kegel it.
Oh,
Trying to kegel.
yeah.
You never kegled it. You didn't kegled it when you're intimate and you hug it. Yeah.
But wait, you gotta do that all day though?
Yes.
That means it's gonna be nice and tight.
And peep this though, you can still be intimate with the Yoni eggs.
What?
Now, I have not personally done it, but I have heard that it is like next level filling because the egg, it can't go up. The only way it can go up is if you're pregnant and your cervix is beginning to open, which is why they are not recommended for women who are pregnant.
Okay.
So essentially, when you're intimate with the egg, it's in the vaginal wall and the penis just works around the egg while it's inside of you.
Interesting.
So it's like a next level filling.
So what are the Yoni eggs? What are they composed
So
of?
this egg right here is supposed to sit inside.
Yes. Wow. Let
me know how it works.
Who's gonna volunteer to try it? I'll try it.
Yeah. So you definitely. I can't. Regina, is that her name? She was on one stage.
Yeah, it is. Regina, I always get them mixed up. I don't know if it's Regina King or Regina Hall, but it's one of the
You know what I'm
Reginas.
talking about? The girl from Girls Trip.
Girls Trip,
Okay,
yeah.
so she was on his talk show recently talking about Yoni eggs, and she's at the small one, so she right. She's at the smaller one, and she's like, yeah, I still have sex with it and everything.
You're supposed to wear it every day.
Yeah.
For how long?
Okay, so the thing is, you can get drilled ones, meaning it has the hole with the string and you can pull it out yourself.
Yeah.
But the objective of the Yoni egg is for self-love. And each egg represents something different.
Right.
So like rose quartz is for self-love, protection, prosperity. These are the things that egg will bring you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you insert it into your vagina, your body absorbs those items from the egg.
Right.
Once your body has gotten what it wants from the egg, it will
reject it. It reject it and it'll come out. That's dope.
Okay, so it's not like you taking it out and putting it in every day.
No.
Okay.
Once it's in, it's gonna stay in until your body gets what it wants from it, and then it will just come out on its own.
Like I said,
That's dope.
So you have to trust your body. You have to trust yourself. You have to know that it's not harming you, it's helping you. Because a lot of women are freaking out because they can't see it. You can feel it though. You sit a certain way, you walk a certain way, you know.
So you insert it like you would insert a tampon.
Yeah, it's shaped like a teardrop. So you don't insert, so you insert it fat side, round side up.
Round side up.
Round
Okay.
side up. And it goes in smooth.
Do you have to put some lubricant on it before
You
you do
can.
it? Okay.
You know, some women
Just
do.
to help. I'll put a little bit of coconut
You
oil
can get your
on.
partner
Yeah.
to help you.
True. But then again, I don't know.
It goes along with your mental, because if you're not relaxed, then everything else is not gonna work for you.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a whole concept.
So if I wanted to do the yoni eggs, I would have to start at the biggest one, and then when that's done and it comes out rejected, it might take a month or so.
No, I've never heard of it being up there a month.
Oh, okay. So
I think the longest I've heard is maybe like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and one of my mentors, she said she had just got out of a toxic relationship, and she used a black obsidian, which is to that helps with past relationships, trauma. If you've had really traumatic sexual experiences.
Oh, wow.
A lot of like women who have been raped or bad relationships, or just bad energy. You would use the black obsidian to kind of reset your womb. And so she said she used it, and it was in her for like 2 weeks. She was trying to give birth to it, like squatting, trying to get it out, and it wouldn't come out.
So it wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready. Right. And then one day it just came out.
Dang, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
it's a whole concept.
So wait, what do you do when it come out though? Do you discard it, keep it, rinse it off?
Keep it.
Oh, okay.
I have one beside my bed, like you connect with it, and once you've gotten what you want from it, you don't throw it away, because it's brought you to where you are. But you don't.
So it's like a keepsake.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to use it again.
Okay.
You can use it as decor in your room, in your bathroom, especially that the rose quartz one.
I like
real pretty.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that you insert it round up. That makes sense. I thought it would just go.
Yeah, round up.
Wait, the big part
it
goes.
would go up.
Okay. What is a yoni wand? What is that?
Oh, so it's the same thing essentially as the egg, but it's shaped like a stick. Yeah, like a crystal stick.
So wait, you supposed to stick that up you?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to sit just like the egg.
Yeah.
For the same amount of time as the egg.
Well, some women use it during intimacy.
Oh, okay.
So
So I'm learning some stuff here.
It's on a whole different level.
We ain't gotta go to the Adam and Eve store.
so it's like I said, same thing. Each one has a different property, but instead of being intimate with a partner, you would use the wand in place of that until you felt like you were mentally ready to be intimate and have gotten what you needed from that particular wand, whatever property.
Okay, so if anybody want to get me anything for my birthday, I would take a Yoni egg or Yoni pearls. I'm cool with either or.
Oh wow. That's dope. I like that. Yeah.
So how soon do you think that you're going to be done with your herbal?
Well, I'm actually, it's really sad because in the city that I'm in, it's just Black women just.
They're not supported.
No, I mean they just. I don't even want to say they're not supportive, because they'll share a post or they'll tell a friend, but they won't come themselves. So I don't really, they don't understand the benefit of it right now. It's really what I'm struggling with. They think it looks cool, so they come do it one time, take their pictures, post them on social media, and then never come back again. But I'm here to tell you that there's serious benefit in it. It's something that you have to commit to doing every month. It's not like a one-time thing. I'm good for the rest of my life. It's a lifestyle, it's something that you practice and you do.
We should have a party.
Some people treat it like a fad, like it's an entrant thing.
Right.
I'm gonna eat healthy for a month, and after the rest of the year, you're done. They don't take none of that stuff seriously.
And the purpose of me doing this was to gear towards Black women, you know, but I'm also learning that they don't appreciate it as a craft, you know, so I'm gonna have to expand, and you know, so I'm getting ready to go to esthetician school and learn how to do like facials and microdermabrasions, you know, things of these nature that will attract women of different races, you know, because I can't get my Black women queens to come in and get a yoni steam. I can't be a successful business owner, you know, if they're not steaming. I have to have something else to offer them, you know, to at least get them in the door.
Right.
That's sad.
But it's good though that you actually started it in Greensboro. That's good. I'm proud of you for doing that.
Yeah,
Like
thank you.
it's dope. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, well, like I was telling Christelle, I'm getting ready to get some new padded cushion steams, and also I don't know if y'all know, Ashley is actually doing yoni steaming now too. So she's her I think her spa is called Isis Wellness Bar, so you can look her up on Facebook if you're in the Raleigh area. I don't know that she has a place right now, but she's doing it out of her home. But you know, it's a great way for you to at least experience it, you know, because a lot of these shops that are doing yoni steaming are just throwing herbs in a pot and are not really pushing the benefits of the herbs. They're not allowing you to cater to your individual need, you know. You might not even know what you're sitting under, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure when you do yoni steam that you're dealing with somebody that's certified and has a passion for it and really knows what they're doing, so that you can reap the benefits of it the way that you're supposed to. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, we do need to make a trip.
Yeah, we should do a party, because like I think a lot of women, like you said, they'll want to do it like one time. Like I mean, I like I said, I've done it before, but I haven't been consistent with it. It was just my first experience, but it's just like getting a wax, getting your eyebrows done.
Something that should be done every month. I mean, granted, I steam every month because I have the stool, you know, but I mean that there's ways to get around, you know. If you don't have the stool, like I was saying, you could come or go to a place that may have what you need to yoni steam. But it's definitely something that you should invest in as a woman, and it should be something that is a part of your monthly type thing, you know. We got like, you know, we have that day where we go get our hair and nails done, feet done, you know.
Take care of that vagina.
Go get your yoni steam too.
Take care of that vagina, okay? It's important. So is it best to steam before or after your cycle?
I suggest before and after. But if you're gonna do it, at least steam before, because you know you have cramps and you have PMS and all these different things prior to your menstrual cycle. So it's good to cater to those things before you begin to experience them.
The egg, question about the egg. If your cycle comes on while
it's okay.
Have it, so just leave it.
Yeah, it's gonna stay in there.
I'm glad you asked that question. I meant to ask that, but I forgot. Yeah, it's gonna come out when it's ready.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you can have sex with it in the period.
Now, granted, if you know your period is due, don't put it in. But if it doesn't come out and your cycle comes on, don't freak out either. It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, so I need some pearls and an egg.
And a wand. You want the wand? No, just practice holistic health, because you know at the end of the day you don't want to end up getting more sick or more whatever because of the harsh chemicals that you're using. So just be mindful of what you're consuming, you know, putting on your skin, ingesting, all that. Just be mindful.
Your herbal packs, once you're done, you'll have them on your website.
Yes, I'm getting it together now. My website. You can actually follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Sacred Lotus Wellness Bar. Sacred Lotus Wellness Bar. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And through there, you'll be able to get access to my website that I'm currently working on now. So on the website, I'll have the Yoni wash, the handmade soaps, handmade hand butters. I'm working on that lip scrub. So, really trying to get into all natural stuff.
That's what's up. And can you want to tell people where to find you in Greensboro?
Yes, well, currently right now I am relaunching. I was at 1302 Glenwood Avenue, Suite A in Greensboro, but right now I'm actually partnering up with a friend of mine. She has an all-natural hairline. Portia G, you can find her on Facebook, Sweet Feet. She has like immaculate face scrubs. I love her aloe face scrub. Makes your face feel amazing. But she has a lot of all natural hair products for us women that are great. I use it on my daughters. I love her. Sweet Feet. Yeah.
That's on Facebook.
On Facebook. Yeah, and she does ship. So, yeah, I'll be relaunching with her here in February. So right now I'm just offering mobile services and doing the whole online shopping thing, until I can get back into a set location.
And as far as your daughter, you said she's doing soap.
Soaps by Zoe. You can find her on Facebook as well. Soaps by Zoe. Facebook.com. She's on there too. She's gonna have we're gonna get into even down to soap that you can use during the summer to help against bugs. Cool. Because we don't even realize that the mosquito spray that we use is toxic as hell. If you read that, you're like, what in the world? So it's going to be some of everything on there, even laundry soap. We're going to get into all that, and that'll be launching on the 19th. We're working on that now. So
the 19th of this
month. The 19th of this month. Soaps by Zoe.
That'll be good for little girls to get them started.
Yeah, I'm excited for her. She's excited. She was watching this YouTube stuff, and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? And, you can do. She's like, they're making soap. I'm like, well, you can do this. You can, what makes you think that you're not good enough to do this too? And once she let me know that this is something that she wanted to do, I basically all of the money that I made here recently from steaming has gone to her business. So I'm very serious about it.
Okay, all right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys. Yeah.
So this is some of the tips I really want to leave out there. Please follow your period chart, find out about your health. Pay attention to your body and signs. Eat healthy, see a doctor, a gynecologist, drink water, and think ethically.
Yes. Drink lots of water.
Lots of water. And most important,
show your feminine health some tender, loving care.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. So anybody else have anything else to add today? No? Okay. So at the end, we all, said different quotes. If you want to go ahead, we'll start right there.
All right. So mine is, your illness is not your identity. Your chemistry is not your character. Pastor Rick Warren. I love that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And mine is, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. And that is by Frederick Douglass.
Okay, mine says start by doing something necessary. Then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. And it's by St. Francis.
And I've come to realize making yourself happy is most important. Never be ashamed of how you feel. You have the right to feel any emotion you want and do what makes you happy. Demi Lovato in an interview with 17.
Wow.
She went high.
Mine said, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. And it was stated by Oscar Wilde from An Ideal Husband.
All right. Thanks, ladies. Thank you so much, Brittany, for coming out. We really appreciate you traveling all the way from Greensboro to show us some love. Appreciate it. Thank you guys, and catch us next time on Love Life After.
Yeah, mommy, I feel so conflicted. She gave me a taste, I'm addicted. I feel like I owe you with interest. The way that you kill it, you should be convicted. You should get life. Looking at you and what we sacrifice. Sacrifice everything, even my life. Gave you my all and I wouldn't think twice. I should make you my wife. Oh yeah, you are. You take me high as the moon and the stars. Even though it seems like times it gets hard, I'd rather do this trip with you, cause you take me away, let's go far. Haters get mad, you just lead them tense, cause you the MVP and they ain't even on the bench. Your love is a drug, baby, and you get me lit. The highs coming down, think I need another hit. Yeah, my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen, a black